Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. Our starter in this one, Zach Wheeler. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And here it comes. Fastball for a strike. And we're underway here in Philly. The wind of the pitch. Just off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1. Fly ball center field. And that will fall.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on the plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Cody Bellinger, the next to hit, takes ball one. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. And a foul ball.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark. For those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues, then being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Foul ball still 1-2 count. Runner at first with no outs here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Left-handed hitter waits. Stays alive. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Next offering is down low. Righty delivers. And another ball.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag and get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
That's hard hit on the line. And that's just foul. Nobody out. Runner at first. Popped up. Foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and in foul ground he pulls it down and out. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Kicks and deals. Off the mark there. 2-0. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in,
it's a corner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
When you got cooler temperatures like this, sometimes it's a little harder to get some offense going because hitters just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being aggressive there, trying to get in the scoring position by stealing it back, I get it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
Let's see if he gives them anything to hit here. Fastball for a strike. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So one down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Ian Happ in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Wheeler with a throw over. Suzuki back on a dive. And the right-hander deals. Sit down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. One left for the Cubs. And now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Philadelphia. And on the hill in this one, Shota Imanaka.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be put on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch. And that's outside. 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Here comes a pitch.
That's perfect location, right on the bat. And over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. One up, one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
Trey Turner now. And clips a corner. there's a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. He goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. Got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count. Just a board at bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. And that's in there at the knees. Two outs, base is empty. Comes up empty.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Phillies turned away their first time around. Inning number 2 coming up from Citizens Bank Park. No score. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Top of the second. And now, Isaac Paredes.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Wheeler back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And a strike.
He may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to his own.
That one way outside. Now 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
Pitch. Knocked up. Stop. Moving under this one. And makes the grab. And there's one down. Here's Mike Topman. Foul ball there.
They're early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
1 down, base is empty. Swings through that one.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
0-2 now. Got him swinging. Gets to it on to first. With no chance to recover, he'll reach after the strikeout.
It can be tough to get a good grip on the baseball when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. Could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
And now the first baseman, Michael Bush. Roll to short, could be 2. Turner tossed the second. A double play that was. Inning over. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. line to kick the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. The line to the pitch. Foul off 2-2. Connect on the curveball, struck him out. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball hit ball. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Alec Bohm stands in now and watches strike one. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot it off the middle. Didn't swing it as much as he probably would have liked. That's a good approach, paying off.
First with one gone. This is Bryson Stott. Up and in, and that is ball one. At the belt and fires. That one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Bohm leads off first with one away. Runner takes off. Foul. Kicks and fires. Struck him out looking.
That's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not being in the strike zone, but he found the spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
JT Realmuto steps in. Fastball for a strike. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Now fly ball to right center. Suzuki has a beat on it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and one left. We played 2 full. We're tied, 0-0. Well, here we go, top of the third, scoreless game. Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Inside, just missed.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Out to short. Sends it across the first, and a quick out number 1.
Throw himself around and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now it's Miguel Amaya.
Logan, one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
One down, base is empty. And that's in for a strike. And another ball. And he deals. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 3-1. He flexes his power with that swing, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that kind of thing, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Corner, batting one down, takes a strike. Corner, a former Gold Glove winner, hitting leadoff in today's game. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. The pitch. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, 2 gone. Bellinger up to hit. 0 for 1. Popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Real Muto settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. Cubs get one on the solo shot. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. As the lefty gets to work. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Bellinger sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there's one down. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. In there for strike 1. The Phillies down by a run here in the last half of the 3rd. One down. Phillies down a run. Ripped to short. Snagged on a bounce. In time. Got it.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket over all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mount.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Grounded out his first time up. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Two down, nobody on. Got him swinging. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They trail here, 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Because they're only giving up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swings through that.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next inning before the offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Goes down looking. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that. But just not right there. Strike zone definitely expand a little bit with 2 strikes.
Ian Happ up to hit. Caught looking his first time up. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. And that's off the inside edge. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And at first, Isaac Paredes now. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. They fired it quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes a quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Next is the designated hitter, Mike Tauchman. Reached on a drop, 3rd strike his first time. And swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The pitch. Comes up empty, that's strike 2. Two on, 1 out. In fouls it off. We'll do it again. Can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. 1 down. And up next for Chicago, Michael Bush. Golden opportunity right here. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And now the count is even. Half at third. Paredes over at second. Topman over at first, so 1 away. And the righty deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Another 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That's a really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got him swinging. Huge strikeout there.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And the batter now, Dansby Swanson. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two outs. And fouled off. The 0-2. Brings and misses. That's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the fourth, and now the shortstop, Trey Turner.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
Shota back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these fellas, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
He steps on the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Bryce Harper to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That clips the corner. That's outside. And the count is 1-1. The Phils trailing by a run. We're here at the bottom of the fourth.
same page right now.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Went down on strikes his first time through. That's a little bit low. He swings and fouls one off. Next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. And there's a ball.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer it. He has something to worry about over at first.
And now it's Alec Bohm. And he's already singled in this game. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the gap. Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll score in time. It's 1-1.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And down the lefty. Right through there for a strike. Bohm at second with 2 down. Shots missed.
Almost feel like he's frustrated, but he wants to be challenged.
JT Realmuto waits on deck. The pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Left-hand batter waits. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ball popped up. And that will end the inning. Phillies with the run-scoring double. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. And a pitch. And a foul ball.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. misses off the plate, and it's 1-2. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more. His timing will be back on track. Go ahead for the strikeout.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And that's outside. 1-0. All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. The wind of the pitch. And that one in the air center field. Sizes this one up. 2 away. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. That one not close. 2-2. And here it comes. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3 more here coming up if he's wrong.
Three-two now. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So all down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
That one hit to right. Castellanos moves on. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a foul ball.
Well, these Phillies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Paredes drifts towards it, and it's caught for the out. So up next, Brandon Marsh. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And that is cut on and missed. 1-1.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That one just misses. And the count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That misses. And the count's even at 2. Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Left-hand hitter waits. And another ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially when 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
There's a strike.
He's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Here comes a pitch. And they'll do it again. Two outs. And now 1-2. And the pitch. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. That one missed. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next pitch is downstairs.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I'll tell you, with pitch counts being such a big consideration in today's game, an amazing fight at the plate like this ends up being incredibly valuable. Running that pitch count up, no matter.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing across here this half. 5 innings complete. All tied 1-1. And we're back. Start of the sixth, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ian Happ. And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Taijuan Walker getting ready to go. Allard also throwing. And the right-hander deals. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. And that's down and away. That one moves his feet. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Isaac Paredes, the next cup to hit. 1 for 2. Paredes, 25 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Inside, just missed. One down, base is empty. And the curve is down and in.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
That one misses. 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
That was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Towards right center field. Castellanos makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Mike Togman, the next cup to hit. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1.
2 outs. Little chopper rolls foul. Drill to right, way back there, and that is gone. A gigantic blast. It's 3-1. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. The line to kick the pitch. Pulls that one foul. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, didn't go. Here's a 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Kicks and fires. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Kicks and deals. To score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Well, we go bottom 6, and here is Kyle Schwarber. The pitch.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning, get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-0.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one misses, and now 3-0. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That's in there at the knees. Foul off again, and it remains 3-2. Payoff pitch. Schwarber swings and hammers one to right. Suzuki going back on. And that one is gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-2.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted on his ball.
Trey Turner at the plate. first. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's off the mark, and that is ball one. Snap over first, and Turner's back in. The lefty to 1-0. That's inside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
There's a strike, 2-1 now. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the bottom of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nick Castellanos.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That one clips the outside corner. Strike 1. Foul off. He was late. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. Now fastball. So man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Next to hit, Alec Bohm. First pitch misses. Turner off of first with 2 away. That one catches the corner for a strike. The 1-2. Right side, and that chance handle sends it to first, but acrobatic play to end the inning. Phils do get one back on this solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Taijuan Walker.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Miguel Amaya now at the plate. The line of the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Foul ball there. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The batter number 2, second base, Nico.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's Nico Horner. 1 for 3. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. The pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow we got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
back in on a dive. Just off the outside edge. Ball one. And he deals. Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. Righty delivers. There goes again. Real Muto throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they feel good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
One out, a runner at second. Here, the top half of inning number 7. Belt fires. Right side. Castellanos gets under it. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up without doing a drive it.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. Way outside, and that's ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is downstairs. Man on second, 2 down. Headed down the line. It's another run. Cubs lead 1, but they still lead at 3-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Drew Smiley.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
On paper, it's going to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Here comes bullpen with some action. Tyson Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hodge getting cranked up as well. Right through there for a strike. Line drive. It gets down. Base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball drop, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Step off throw to first. Back standing. He's in there safely.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Base hit on the line. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with the layout.
Well, just a nice job coming through a pretty high-level spot. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. On the ground, a second, might be two. Throws to first in time. Awesome play there.
That right there was a productive at-bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move two runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a couple of runs.
So two in scoring position with one out. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. Siggy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Right through there for a strike. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks
Runners on the move. Squeeze it to misses. Now they tag him when he out. And wow, either someone missed the sign completely or he just tried to steal home. With the tying run at third, near the bottom of the seventh. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
a lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
From the top of the eighth, down the left fielder, Ian Happ.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And now 2-0. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. On the ground. Trey Turner gloves it. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Tough play and a nice forehand stop. Had to be perfect right there with the exchange and throw to get the out, but looked like he had to dig into the glove a little bit more to get a good grip. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. There's a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. The 0-1. Big snap center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. I don't think he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Mike Tauchman. Pitch misses. 1-0. Left-hand batter waits. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Righty deals. And this is inside. Pat on second. Paredes at first with no outs. next offering upstairs.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
No, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
So digging in, Michael Bush. Back to the 6th. He drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far. And it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
In here at the knees. It's 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That one ripped, but foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the blade so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Bounce to third. He fires hard for 1. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
Big turn on the Vince in this inning. Very good run by the defense right there to get to and up on the loaded home plate. A lot can go wrong on that play, and you have to be sure of the first out. But they look like they've worked on that play quite a bit.
Swanson in the box now. Takes strike 1. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position, and we're at the top of the 8th. Pitches in there. Down to strike 2.
Dangerous spot for that Snyder right there. Didn't seem to quite finish it up front and get that sharp way. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Not even close there. 1-2 to count. And just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one not close. And it's 3-2. Pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. 1 run is in. The throw in. Close play, but in there. It's 5-2.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Couldn't get any air on the road. He smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it. There's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Move to first. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Phillies 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tyson Miller.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 39, Tyson Miller.
And now Kyle Short. He's already homered here in this one. Line and pitch.
trying to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W. It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Make it bad right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And he chases that one below the zone. Caught and missed. Struck him out. And one out now.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Here's Turner now. That pitch gets the corner. That's strike one. Base is empty, one away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Chop to third. Turner is out.
The first baseman, number 3. Right.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And that's through there for a strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And he pumps in a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go on.
Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Right-hander kick steals. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down that time. Through 8 full. It's the Cubs 5 and the Phillies 2. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Miguel Amaya. Walker back to work. And there's the strike. And ball 1. And a pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for, and that right there is good pitching.
Corner at the plate now. That's ball 1. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Boom. Throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Cody Bellinger. First pitch, and he just misses. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Real Muto drifts towards it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Phillies 2. Pitching change here, Adbert Alzolay.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down a win. So this game is going to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Nick Castellanos getting ready to hit. A strikeout and a walk. And here it comes. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swinging a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And the leadoff man aboard. Alec Ball, the next to hit.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's going to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Straight one.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation running at first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground, and you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And this is the zone. 1-1. Castellanos gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Last couple of pitches, breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Righty to the plate. There's a swing and a miss.
2-1, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Almost got him. The Cubbies trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And down on strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. So up next, Bryson Stott.
Second baseman.
Foul.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And the pitch. Ball 1 there.
No, he's really working him away this at-bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And a pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Misses down and away. The Phillies trailing by 3. They're in the last half of inning number 9. Great swinging. 2 out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after picking up the leadoff single. Back to the strikeout. So really being able to move that runner up, get him in a scoring position to try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So they're down to their final out. JT Realmuto will hit next. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Two outs. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away.
And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is the final line for tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They led 8 runners on base. For Philadelphia, 2 runs, 7 hits. With 1 error, they led 5 runners on base. Time of the ball, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.